enjoying your bread and butter. Here are two prayer requests from the Voice of the Matters I commit to pray.com. Egypt. Ahmed was 16 when he found a scrap of paper on his bus seat that said, "The Lord Jesus has chosen you for him." This piqued his curiosity and set him on a journey of seeking Jesus. When his family found Christian books in his room, they beat him and brought in an imam to try to change his mind. Later, they decided to send him to Saudi Arabia, where his father owned a factory. There he was imprisoned in a small room for 7 years before his family allowed him to return to Egypt and then married him to a cousin. In Egypt, Ahmed was able to access Christian media on the internet, and his faith grew. His family cut him off and removed his inheritance rights to his father's business fortune. Last year, Ahmed started a small restaurant business to support himself, but when the neighbors found out he was a Christian, they burned it down. Pray for Ahmed and his family to look to the author and perfecter of our faith as he suffers. Second prayer point. Nepal. A Christian woman spent a week in the hospital after a neighbor attacked her. Miriamu became a Christian in 2014, but when the distance became too great to travel to the nearest church for worship, she decided to start her own in her home. Her neighbors were not Christians, and they became alarmed when they saw the new church beginning to grow. One Saturday, a neighbor approached Miriamu to tell her that the church, that is Miriamu's house, was on the neighbor's land. Miriamu disagreed, telling the woman she had the official paperwork. Immediately, the woman picked up a stone and threw it at Miriamu's head. The woman continued to stone her until she lost consciousness. As her neighbor threw the stones, she shouted, "We must chase the Christians from this place. They are destroying our religious environments." Miriamu was taken to the hospital, suffering from deep gashes on her face and neck, along with internal bleeding. She still finds it difficult to speak, wrote a VOM worker. She wants to forgive her neighbor, who she believes will come to know Jesus one day. Ahmed and Miriamu are just two of the hundreds of thousands of Christians in many different countries who are facing hostility, hardship, humiliation, and injustice as a result of their faith in Christ. It's very easy for those of us who are not wearing the same shoes to hear their stories and move on without ever giving a second thought to their matter. The unuttered reaction of many Christians is, as long as it's not happening to me or any of mine, it's not my problem. The truth is, though, that our Christian brothers and sisters are part of us. Their problems are our problems. God expects us to copy the example of Paul, who said to the Colossian Christians in Colossians chapter 1, verse 9, "For this reason, since the day we heard about you, we have not stopped praying for you." Let us make it a point of duty to stand in prayer for our persecuted brethren who live and/or operate in areas where the gospel of Jesus is not tolerated. We should ask the Lord to multiply His grace upon them and continually strengthen them so that they can remain in Him until He returns. Pray that the Lord will give them joy and peace, and even give them the grace to keep loving and praying for their persecutors. Ask the Lord to provide for all their needs and encourage them in all other ways. Apart from praying for our brethren, if the Lord puts it in our heart to support them in any other way, let's not hesitate to reach out to organizations like VOM that have access to them and find out how we can be of help. Now, if there are Christians who stand for God, live for Him, and even serve Him in spite of being oppressed by their fellow human beings for doing so, what excuse can any Christian anywhere possibly have for not standing with and for God? Many Christians get angry and stop going to church or serving God just because they requested for a particular thing and it was not granted, or because their pastor didn't respond to their greeting with excitement. Meanwhile, there are Christians who have watched their children get killed because they, the parents, would not deny Jesus. Those Christians are still loving and pursuing God. Many Christians love their lives so much that they can never venture into anything that they think can cause death, even if God makes it very clear that He wants them to trust Him and walk into it. 2 Corinthians 11:23-27. Are they servants of Christ? I am out of my mind to talk like this. I am more. I have worked much harder, been in prison more frequently, been flogged more severely, and been exposed to death again and again. 5 times I received from the Jews the 40 lashes minus 1. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was pelted with stones. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I spent a night and a day in the open sea. I have been constantly on the move. I have been in danger from rivers, in danger from bandits, in danger from my fellow Jews, in danger from Gentiles, in danger in the city, in danger in the country, in danger at sea, and in danger from false believers. I have labored and toiled, and have often gone without sleep. I have known hunger and thirst, and have often gone without food. I have been cold and naked. That's the New International Version. We admire the Apostle Paul for his love for God and his courage in going through terrible hardships for his sake. But how many of us would agree to go through the list of what he went through if it is clearly God's will for us? Some would not even attend a church with an auditorium that is not air-conditioned. There are even many who would send their pastors insulting texts and emails if service lasts 10 minutes longer than it should and they miss the beginning of their favorite television program. If you are still clinging to your bread and butter Christianity after being born again for many years, it's time to get serious with God. Yield yourself to Him 100% and let Him begin to enjoy the benefit of saving you at such a great price. May the Lord help us all in Jesus' name. Amen.